Those of you who have been with me at Hollyhock Retreat Center, I've been going to Hollyhock for about, I don't know, I'm thinking 35 years off and on. Out of those 35 years, there's probably 4 or 5 years here and there that I missed, a year here, a year there. But back in the early days, we used to get really good granola. And that's kind of fallen by the wayside in the last 20 years or so. But today we're going to make hollyhock granola, and it is really good. It's really good granola and easy to make. And I use very good ingredients. So the first thing I have to do is go get those ingredients. So when I make granola, I always make everything with products from Bob's Red Mill. And today Debbie and I are going to have breakfast at the Red Mill, and then I'm going to get what I need for granola. So this is Bob's Red Mill for all of those who use Bob's Red Mill product. There's Bob, waving hi. There's Bob. Oh, that's 3 cups. I mean 6 cups. 3. I think close. Yeah.
113.68.
Okay, I'll take a small bag, hang on. Just let it roll. Excuse me. Yeah, I get it. Okay, oh, I know. Sliced almonds right there, okay. Yeah, but it's on. Okay. That's it. I got the honey and government. Okay, so that's Bob's. I've got my Bob's stuff here. And hey, this is a really great bag. If you're ever in Paris, go to Shakespeare and Company and grab this bag. It's a little expensive, but man, great bag. Anyway, I've got my Bob's stuff in here. And despite what I said at Bob's, there are a couple of items that I get at my local store. But almost everything else I get at Bob's. So I've got, what have I got here? I've got my oatmeal. I've got my coconut flakes. I've got my sunflower seeds, raw. I've got my almond slices. I'm not sure if they're raw or not. I think they are. Who knows? And I've got my raw pumpkin seeds. So let's take it from there and let's get started. First thing we do is we set the oven for 250 degrees. I always find this, there we go, 250 degrees, okay? Now let's get going with the mixing. So the tools that you're gonna need for this is a big mixing bowl, big, a measuring cup, and a cookie sheet. I use 2 cookie sheets. It makes the baking much shorter. And I use non-stick. That helps a lot, especially since we've got honey in the recipe. So let's get going. So first thing we're gonna do is put the dry goods in the big bowl. So what I like to do is I put the bowl in there and we need 6 cups of oatmeal. So we put one cup in. Actually, 2 cups. 2 more cups in. And 2 more cups in. You can see how accurate I am. All right, so there's that. We've got our oatmeal. So now we need a cup of unsweetened coconut flakes. And I had these left over from the last time. Let's hope I have enough. I've got some bagged Bob coconut flakes. If I don't have enough, but this is going to be close. Well, look at that. Exactly 1 cup. So we put it in there like that. And we need exactly 1 cup of sunflower seeds, raw. So we're going to do that. Okay. I got a little too excited. Spilled some. All right. Next, we need a half a cup of raw pumpkin seeds. Okay, half a cup. There it is. All right. And with the seeds, you can be a little over, a little under. Mostly I'm a little over. Next, the recipe calls for something else, and I can't remember what it is right now, or almond flakes. And so I get flaked almonds because I prefer that. And about a quarter cup. All right. The next thing we need is 2 cups of cinnamon, and this is the cinnamon from my local market. This is not a Bob cinnamon, just for the transparency of everything. There's 1. Oops, it said teaspoons, not tablespoons. I guess mine's going to be a little more cinnamony than normal. So then the next thing we do is we mix that all up. Okay, there we are. So let's put that aside for a minute. So now we have to do the liquid part, and let's see what happens. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
It must be granola day?
It's granola day today.
Okay, well, good.
All right.
You're mixing up a huge batch?
About a month's worth.
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to get out of your way.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Val, there you go. What? Did you want something there?
What? Oh.
Oh, aren't you something? Oh, yeah. Yeah. We need 2/3 of a cup of oil. I use canola oil. Sometimes I use sunflower oil, but most of the time it's canola because that's the easiest for me to get. So 2/3 of a cup of that. Gotta find that. There it is. Okay, 2/3. And we pour that in the pan to get that going. Then I put this on medium. We have to be really careful with this for one of the ingredients coming up. So there's that. Another ingredient that I don't get from Bob's is honey. I used to get orange honey from my local grocer. I much prefer flavored honey rather than clover honey. I don't think clover honey actually adds anything to the granola. And I used to use orange honey, but during the pandemic, it's been very hard to get orange honey. Up on Mount Hood, when I'm going to and from Portland, I'll make a stop at a town up at the base of Mount Hood called Government Camp. And in their local grocery store, I can get other honey. And usually I either get Marionberry or, as you can see here, Huckleberry. So today we're using wild huckleberry honey in our granola. And we also want 2/3 in that. Okay, so 2/3 of a cup of wild huckleberry honey. Did you know that huckleberry is a slang related to dogs? Those of you who are old enough to remember Huckleberry Hound, I didn't know this until Val told me about a month and a half ago. I'm not going to get into what a huckleberry is on a dog, but I'll let you guys look it up. So we put it in we put this in with the oil. Like that. Okay. And then the last thing that we put in there is vanilla. And we need 2 teaspoons of vanilla in there. And this is really the most delicate place because you don't want the vanilla to boil or burn. And I have a hard time with this. Once in a while it'll boil on me. But, so what I usually do is when I get done with putting the honey in, I turn off the burner and just put in the vanilla very quickly. And then what you want to do is you want to mix that all up. And you can take it off the burner to get it mixed up. The honey is warm enough by now. Okay, so that's our liquid mix. Now we go back to the dry stuff. And that we've mixed up. I like to put a little hole in there. And we take all the stuff that we just mixed up that's liquid and put it in there. And just make sure it all gets in there. Okay. All right. Now we have to put it in the cookie sheets. And let me clean up a little bit of my mess here. Make some space. And I put the lip of the big bowl over the cookie sheet to help from getting it all over because I'm messy. So then we just put it on the cookie sheet. Okay, so then what we do is we take and we put it in the oven for 20 minutes. After 15 minutes, go ahead and pull it out of the freezer, and then basically you just begin removing it. I like to use the spatula and taste it, and then basically you just put it into a receptacle. I use a glass jar, and the granola lasts at least a month. At least. Sometimes it's gone as much as 6 weeks, and it still tastes fresh. Put it in the glass jar, close it up, and enjoy.